Hi, I'm Bill Good. I want to talk to you about the Bill Good Marketing System very briefly, or at least as briefly as I can. Let's start with the 50,000-foot view. At that level, the Bill Good Marketing System is the most detailed business plan you've ever seen. Let's drop down 25,000-foot level. At that level, it's the infrastructure you need to carry out the plan. In a very real sense, what we have done is conceive a plan and then build the systems necessary to make the marketing events called for by the plan happen. Now, that's a big statement, so let's go further into the plan. The objective of the plan is to enable you to double your revenue or work half as much. And in order to do this, we obviously need to get you in front of more and better clients and prospects. We need more assets. We need more clients. Specifically, the plan calls to get 50% of the assets you need for a double from existing clients. The other half, of course, come from prospects. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, let's look at the parts of the system that you are most interested in, which would be client marketing and prospecting. From clients, we want more new assets, and we want to keep what we've got. From prospecting, we want the new clients that we need. Well, let's start with an in-depth look in client marketing. Our overriding objective for our client marketing system is for you to become sole provider. At ground level, that means that if the stupid brother-in-law of one of your clients suggests he or she buy some new issue, before they do that, they're going to check with you. It means they don't have any other sources of advice. Now, let's take an example perhaps from your life. Suppose you go to the doctor. If your trusted physician says take 2 of these every 4 hours, well, then you do it. Now, here's the magic of you becoming sole provider. We have actually developed business processes to help you become trusted advisor one client at a time. When you have the trusted advisor relationship, the assets just flow in. But sometimes it takes a little nudge because for some clients it can take a few years to develop that relationship. So we need some help pushing those client assets along. Now, to nudge them along, we're going to pursue 2 other strategies. The first of which we call simply find the money. This is a detailed strategy to locate and then stay in touch with clients who have outside assets. We find these assets in 3 buckets. They are opportunities, which we define as cash investments, or investments which will become cash at some known or suspected future date. These are things like CDs, property sales, inheritance, gifts, anything that can become cash that has a date on it, we call an opportunity. The second bucket is out-of-house positions. Now, these are clients that hold positions with other brokerage firms. And our strategy is to locate these, log them into the system, and then we go get them with a strategy we have named one asset at a time. One of our clients brought in over $100 million from his client base thinking that he had it all. He brought it in one asset at a time. The third bucket that we are very interested in is retirement dollars. You know and I know that somewhere between now and about the year 2015, the size of the pre-retirement market will nearly double. So the name of the game is to get in front of those client assets and be positioned as a retirement planning expert. When the time comes to retire, you already have the relationship. And if you follow our advice, you have already opened the IRA rollover account. To help you with this, we've created 2 campaigns. There's the pre-retirement campaign. And several times a year, we send compliance-approved information to your pre-retirees, both clients and prospects. By the time we get to 6 months before retirement, we roll them into another campaign, which we call Retirement at Hand. And there we're going to pick up the communication considerably with a single objective of getting them into the office before someone else gets what they think is their fair share of your assets. So that's a picture of client marketing. Now, a key question is, do you have all the assets or do you have most of it? Because if you have it all, then this client marketing strategy is not going to work. Well, we don't think you do. The only way you might have all or a substantial majority of the assets is if you do their taxes. Because, according to a survey done by the Securities Industry Association, this was just before they changed their name to the Securities Industry and Financial Markets Association. According to them, 49% of investors have 2 or more brokerage accounts. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think that those 2 or 3 brokerage accounts are held by your higher-end clients or your lower-end clients? Well, I think and you think it's with the higher-end clients. So we are reasonably confident that for most of you watching this video, half of your clients have assets somewhere else. And we actually believe that more than half of your assets are somewhere else. And that's why we know that if we pursue these 3 buckets that I talked to you about and do it meticulously and daily, you can get half of the assets needed to double your business. Of course, you have to get the other half from prospects. We'll talk about that in the next video.